everyone, and a warm good morning to everyone who has joined us today. Welcome to Project Learn, a Rescale and Spark initiative aiming at upskilling tech enthusiasts on emerging AI technology with the help of workshops and hackathons and building a highly engaged Spark AI community. Through these workshops, you would be taught how to build your first AR effect on Spark AR Studio with features that enhance the experience of Facebook and Instagram users. I'm Anamika, and before we start the workshop, I would like to run through a small presentation to share the purpose, flow, application, and benefits of being a part of this program. So, as I mentioned, Project Learn aims at helping you kickstart your career in the domain of augmented reality by training you in the technology. The program structure is divided into three broad stages. In the first stage, we walk you through the Spark AR Studio and teach you how to create your first AR effect from scratch, which involves importing assets, canvas, face tracking, patch editor, and generating test link. In the second phase, we will move a step further and teach you about the advanced filters and share with you Spark AR policies before you finally submit your effect. Submission of your effect will get you a meta certification and access to resources that will help you prepare for the hackathon. In the final phase, we will host workshops, hackathons at your college level and pan India level. You would be rewarded and recognized for your efforts and contribution. So before we move further, I'll quickly introduce Spark AR Studio to you all. Spark AR Studio is a tool used by the global community of creators and brands to create and share AR experiences using Facebook and family of apps. An augmented reality is an interactive experience which digitally enhances what can be seen, heard, and touched in the real world. At the moment, we have over 600 million people using AR on Meta apps. Let's quickly have a look at what's happening in the world of AR. So, to give you a brief insight on how AR is being used worldwide, we all have come across these face filters on Instagram, which can uh, where we can add a mask on our face. This is done by using a face tracking capability. IKEA, the popular Swedish chain of home furnishing stores, uses AR to help their customer experience and choose the right furniture for their home through the world tracking capability. Similarly, the QR codes are now normal to scan. We are also able to scan the pamphlets and business cards using the target tracking. Similarly, body and hand tracking, the latest capability introduced, offers utility for fashion and e-commerce brands, allowing users to try an outfit digitally before they click on purchase. So these are a few effects which I'm pretty sure you have tried using. Like for example, the first one that you see here, the hair color changes when you scream or getting a phone call from a celebrity. AR also plays a very impressive role in escalating a gamifying experience by mapping the effects with the facial expressions, gestures, and head movement. AR has also played a very crucial role in the pandemic in bringing the world to your drawing room by emphasizing on the moment, making the content much more interactive, enjoyable, and memorable. Having said this, what happens to the effect I have created? So the effect that we create is published on our Instagram user page in the story section in the reels, and the most interesting benefit is that your effect is visible for the audience worldwide to use and experience. Now, another pertinent question that arises is that how does this program help me professionally? So there are a number of ways in which you can use AR effects to your advantage. You can monetize on the platform by building interactive AR effects for brands and creators. You can become an AR UX researcher, AR developer, and educator. You can leverage AR in your career by identifying and solving problems. You can take augmented reality career further into VR and XR. With so many advantages, both immediate and long term, I'm pretty sure you're going to make the most of these workshops. So we had shared the download link for Spark Air Studio in the email. I hope you have downloaded it. In case you haven't, please do it before we begin the session. Now, let me introduce the mentor for today. We have with us Vidhi Srivastav, who holds a postgraduate degree. She firmly believes that technology will change the coming world and is changing it right now too. She is passionate about new technologies and loves to make AR filters. Currently, she's working in Hashden by deadline. Welcome, Vidhi.
Great intro.
Vidhi, are you there?
Yes, yes, yes. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Anamika, for the great intro, and I welcome you all, guys. In the workshop, you are going to learn a lot, many things, and as the Anamika said that like it can be one of your career choice as well as you can also do it as part time too. That's how I have started my journey of AR. So, like, instead of wasting time, let's start seeing what is Spark AR and how we are going to create the today's effect. So, Namika, shall I start?
Yeah, yeah, please.
Okay, so I'll just share the screen quickly. So, I hope my screen is visible. Okay. So before jumping into like what is Spark AR and how we are going to make an augmented reality effect, I would like to give you a brief introduction about what is Spark AR and how you are going to use the documentation while making the effect. So Spark AR is basically a software that we are going to use in order to make an effect for Instagram and Facebook as well as Messenger, so all the Meta products. So what is augmented reality is, so basically it is like, for example, in a short word I would say, like if I'm sitting in an environment, I want some rain effect starts or some snowfall is there, and then we have some 3D objects or 2D objects. So it is basically a collection of 2D objects, 3D objects, and some virtual like things that doesn't exist in an actual environment. So we are going to make an effect that is a face filter. So there are a couple of capabilities that Spark AI supports. So it can be like face tracker, hand tracking, or target tracking, or plane tracking. And currently, like body tracking is also being a capability, but it is supports only 2D objects. So once you open the Spark AI Studio, it looks something like this. So let me give you a intro on like what all these things are. So currently, as you can see that my version is 139.0 something something, and on the left side you will see that you have create new, learn, recent projects open, and on the above you have the experiences, like sharing experiences and video call experiences. So what is this sharing experience, where the AR will be used for your stories, for your reels, as well as you can use filters in your post as well as in your messages when while you are sharing a photo or a video. And then you have video calling experiences that are basically for Messenger as well as for Instagram too. Then we have a couple of templates that is a quick start to your journey of Spark AI, where all you have to do is just look at the template and just see how the effect is being made, and you can just customize it quickly. So for example, see, this is a background template, and I want to customize it. So I'll just click it, and once the effect gets loaded, you will see there are a couple of instructions. So for example, replace a photo, then you can replace it and customize as per your requirements. Then you have this face decoration, color filter, face mask, makeup, reveal, neck decoration, and a couple of more objects. So as I said, there are different types of AR effects. One could be customized as face filters, where there would be some face interaction. So for example, if you open your mouth, something is happening, or for example, if you give a head nod, or if you give a scary look, or if you are sad, happy. So all these are the interactions, your facial interactions that you are going to show it towards your camera, and then some interactions will happen. Then you have another category of AR filter, that is the bold AR object. So, for example, you guys would have seen the effects like spiders roaming here and there, or it could be a favorite movie characters, or something related to that. So these would be in the world AR objects. Then this object reveal also comes into world AR. So these are, and this is real scale world object. So in my real environment surrounding, the plane tracking should be smooth, and it becomes, the effect becomes very smooth. So this was a brief intro about what is Spark AR and how you are going to use it. So currently we are going to start with a blank project, that is we would just have the directional and ambient light, that's it. And then what we will do is slowly and slowly we are going to add different objects. So what will be the object will be something like face tracking, or rectangle or plane or something like that. So as you click on a blank project, you will see this screen that is being popped up as an untitled screen. So what we will do is we'll just make it to full maximize, and then this also. So you will see that on the left side you have the scene panel, and in the middle of the major portion you have the viewport. So whatever you are going to add, you would see here in the viewport. And in the assets will be like all your 2D objects, 3D objects, or if you have some fonts in that, or it could be materials that we are going to use for our objects. So what we will do is we'll quickly add the objects and see how we are going to uh, add the objects for a project. But before that, I would like to give you a brief intro on how the scene panel works. So here is the hierarchy. With the device, there is a camera. So a device could be something like your Android or iOS phones. Then all the phones or all the devices have a camera inbuilt in it, and the camera will have a focal distance with and inside the focal distance you will have this ambient as well as directional lights already added to your project. Now what is this basically is, so ambient light, as you can see, when you see the directional light, you have the position and rotation. So it can you can even rotate it, as well as you will have, but you cannot scale it. As you can see that the scaling is being disabled. And in the ambient light, it is just like uh, a kind of uh, light that is being added to your scene. So what we will do now is I'll give you more enhanced when we are going to use the face effect. So just chill and I'll just teach you. So I'll try to switch my camera if it is working. Yes. So once again, hi everybody. Now what we will do is we'll add objects over here. So as I said that there are a couple of things, couple of capabilities that Spark AI supports here. So these are like face tracker, plane tracker, target tracker. Target tracking would be something like I am. So for example, I'm making a filter for Coca-Cola. So if Coca-Cola has its logo, so if I target tracks that Coca-Cola, and whenever I'm going to scan it, there would be some effect like say for example Coca-Cola is popping out and a game suddenly starts where you have to jump something, and then you have to catch the for example Coca-Cola cans. So this can be one of the effect for a brand. Or there are a couple of things that you have to keep in mind while target tracking, that the image should be clear, otherwise you won't be able to track that image. So what we will use right now is a face tracker. Now, what is face tracker? A face tracker is something that is going to track our face. That's what we understand by the word face tracker. But as you see in this in the viewport, you will see that there's something that is being added to our viewport. Now, what this face tracker is going to do whenever we are going to add any object, so according to our face, it is going to move in the direction of our face, or whatever interactions that we are going to add inside the face tracker. The face tracker is going to track it, and then it is going to give the output to our desired need. Now I'll show you what an object looks when it is like outside the face tracker and when it is inside the face tracker. So I'll just quickly add a plane. A plane is basically a 3D object that contains position, that is, you can say height, length, as well as breadth. So what we will do is we'll see the difference what is there when a face tracker is added to a scene and when face tracker is not. So currently you can see that the plane is outside the face tracker, it is not the inside. So if I move my face, you can see that the plane is not moving at all. But what if I move this plane to our face tracker? Will it going to move it? Yes, it is actually moving it and it is giving me a good response to my face. It is not showing any delays too. So this is what the originality and the functionality of face tracker works here. Now, since I just wanted you guys to know what it is, so I don't want to use this plane right now, so I'll just make it disable. Now, see, what we will learn today is a simple effect, that is cat ears and nose as well as cat spectacles. And also we are going to learn here how we can use the functionality of face tracker, like opening of mouth or head nod, smiley face, happy face, or tap to change, like that. There are a couple of things that we are going to learn in this session. So I hope you guys are ready for it. So I'll just quickly add a face mesh to my face tracker. So this face mesh is nothing but again a 3D object that that covers my face, and whatever things I'm going to add it would reflect on only on my face. So this is how it looks. There are a couple of things that you can see, like eyes and mouth. So if you don't want it, you can just disable it. Currently you can see that the eyes and mouth are being segregated. So if I just disable both of them, then you can see at like it is being disabled, but we'll just use it as it is. So you can position it, scale it, and rotate it. So there is one more shortcut that in the above you will see, this is for position, this is for rotation, and this is for scaling. So if I click on scaling and if I increase the size, you can see that the face tracker size gets increases. So if you're making something related to that, you can also use it. And you can even change the position. So if I move it little up, down, wherever you like, you can just put it, and even you can rotate it. Rotation also works over here. Cool. So what we will do is, the best practices says that whenever you are adding any objects to your scene, to your panel, then you should rename it. Because if you won't rename it, so if you are making a complex project, so for example you are making an effect for a brand, then it becomes difficult. What is face mesh 0, face mesh 1, face mesh 2, plane 1, plane 0? So it makes your work more complex, and it is not even a good practice. So I'll just rename it as cat nose. But before starting, I hope you guys have downloaded the assets that I already shared it with you all. So I'll also quickly add the assets in my project. So there are a couple of ways. One is just right click and you will add your assets over here. So I'll just go to my desktop and I have added it. So we are going to import all these 4 assets that we are going to use it, and quickly I'm going to compress it. You should compress all your texture, because if you are like uh, testing on your device, and then what happens suddenly, it takes a lot of time to get compressed manually. So it's better to give it automatic, and your work gets more faster. So this is our face mesh. Now what we will do is we'll add a material to it. So basically a material is nothing but it will give you a texture where how you want actually your face to look like. So if I add a face tracker, you can see that currently it is showing some gray color. So this is all because of the, as I mentioned, there are 2 lights, directional light as well as ambient light. So directional light is nothing but it's like a constant, how the sun is giving the constant light. So it is how directional light works. So if you go to this material, and I'll just rename it quickly as cat nose. But again, when you go and see the shader type, it is currently as standard. Now, what is this standard? Standard is basically like you are letting those light affect your face mesh. Now, You guys would be thinking I'm again and again telling this light is going to affect the face mesh, but how and where it is affecting. So I'll show you how it affects it. So if I go to the directional light and I'll just change this color, you will see that the color will change to my face mesh. See, this is how these lights are actually affecting my face mesh. Can you see the difference? Now, what if I don't want these lights to affect my face mesh? So I'll go to the shader type, and there are a couple of shader types like flat, physically based, face paint, blended, retouching, and shade assets. So see, flat, we'll use flat because we don't want these lights to get affected. And if you're making something like a shiny appearance, then you can use physically based definitely. And if you had drawing something on your face, so you can add it using the Photoshop or PixArt or any app, whatever you like, Procreate if you are an iPad user. Then you can just quickly draw something over your face, go to the face mesh as face paint, and just quickly add your texture to it. So I'll just quickly make the shader type as flat. And now if you go to the direction light and change the color, it won't get affected. Let me show you. See, it is not affecting my texture. So I'll just go to my material here, and we are going to add this nose. So it just appeared. So currently its shader type is associate. So what we'll do is we'll just quickly make it to multiply because that looks good to me. And you can just change the opacity if you want. So this is how our nose will look. Then we are going to add the ears. So for adding the ears would be like this. So if you add the face mesh, it will be only till here. So face mesh definitely we are not going to add. So we'll add a plane over here. So I'll just rename the plane as cat ears. I'll just quickly add a material to it. So we'll change the shader type to flat and the texture as ears. Now see, it is too small and placed in a wrong direction. So we'll just make the use of scale. Let me increase it little bit, and I'll just make it little upwards. Okay, so little bit backward. And if you want to set it like little small or big, you can set it according to your requirements. But for me, it looks fine. Now, once again, I'm going to add a face mesh over here because I'll give some blushy look over it. So I'll quickly add the material. Now see, you can see that the plane and face meshes are actually it is giving a like a collide, and it is not looking good. So for that, what you will do is you'll go to the advanced capabilities, and you will, like here in advanced rendering option, you will just uncheck both of them. And I'll just rename it as blush, and I'll move this blush on the first like, as you can see that it up the nose appeared. So we'll keep the blush as the up first layer, and I'll just give it as blush. And you can decrease the opacity if you want. Definitely we are going to decrease if we don't want to look like a joke. Okay, so this is fine. Little bit of redishness is okay. Now again we are going to rename this as blush. And what you could do is we'll add a couple of stickers over here. So I'll just right click over here, and inside the objects we are going to add a canvas. A canvas is nothing but just a container that is going to hold the other objects. So that would be rectangle or something more than that. So you can see that this canvas is not inside the face tracker. So I'll just quickly add a rectangle to it. and we will just fill its width and height. Let me rename it first. So we can, okay, stickers. Fill its width, fill its height. Don't worry, this is happening because of the advanced rendering option. So you have to uncheck the depth here. In the rendering option, it will just make it correctly. So here we'll add these face stickers. Okay, cool. So it is actually looking okay. Then what you could do is you can also add here the person segmentation over here. So how you are going to add this person segmentation is there are you have to go to the camera here. So in Spark Air, there are three segmentation supported: person segmentation, hair segmentation, and skin segmentation. So what is person segmentation? So a person segmentation is nothing but uh, like you guys would have seen the filters where background is changing, or where there are multiple users over here, then hair color, skin, for example tattoo, neck tattoo, or full body tattoo filter. So all these comes in the this. So we'll add a person segmentation over here, and you can see, you can find it over here. And then in the in the canvas we add one more rectangle. Let me fill its width and height. I'll give it a material. Okay, let me rename this one as sticker. We'll change the shader type to flat. And now what you will do is in the advanced, that is the alpha here, you will just click it over here, and here you will go and click on person segmentation. Now see that in the person segmentation it is being that on my user it is getting white color. You can even change the color of the person, but we don't want something like that. So I'll just, first of all, I'll make this canvas about the face tracker, and these rectangle about the stickers, so that these stickers get visible. And let me rename this as now. If you invert it, you will see that the background will get affected. So see now, it is just shifted to my background, and if I just click it, and you will see that the background color is getting changed. So if you want to keep one background color, you can keep, so for example black, and you like it good. Or if you want to just decrease the light, so what you can do is you can just keep the color as black, and you can just decrease the opacity. So see currently like this. So if you want, you can go with this, but if you don't want that, I would suggest you to invert it and switch this color as white. Here in the texture we'll give the camera texture. So you go to camera and extract the camera texture, and here in the background you will see the camera texture comes. So you would be wondering that what difference it made, but actually it has made the difference. If you will see here, see, so, oh sorry, this is for background. See, it made a difference here. There are two. So what we will do is we'll add one more rectangle to it. In the alpha will go back again with the person segmentation, and this person, that is, will give us white background. We move it to above. And now see, since my background is white, so you guys wouldn't be able to see it, but I'll just change the color of it to maybe black, and we will increase its size a little bit. So currently scale is 1, so we'll give it as 1.1. So see, and it looks weird and um, blurry. So what we will do is we'll go to this and we'll decrease the softness to it. So see, so this is okay. And with this white background, with this black background, we are going to give it as white. And instead of 1.1, we'll give 1.06. Now let me show you to the different one which is not the white background. So see, it will look something like this, or you could give a 0.5. Yes. So this is how the effect will actually look. But we haven't added any interactions right now, nor we have added the spectacles. So I'll quickly show you how you can add the spectacles. So I'll just switch back to my camera over here, and we'll go to the face tracker. We'll add one more plane over here. We'll give the plane as its material. We'll change the shader type to flat. Again, go to rendering option and check both of them. And we have a that is very small in size. I yeah. Okay. But see, there are so many things. But what I actually want is, so for example, if a person tap to change, this should come first. This should come, and then this should come. So for this, I'll just disable for right now. I'll just disable it. So we'll learn the how we can add the face interactions and all the other things, and how we are going to upload the filter, as well as what are the different things that Spark AI supports. So there are a couple of rules that you have to follow it before uploading it, and how you are going to test your effect. So all these things that are there, that we are going to learn it in our day 2 workshop. So for now, that is this just a simple filter that we created, but I'll just show you how you can test it. So first of all, you should like whenever whatever filter you will make, you will just give it a name. So let me save it on my folder, and I'll just give it as workshop effect. Workshop effect. And what I'll do is see, it came. Now see, here is the assets library. So there are a couple of things in an AR library. I'll show you all what is it and how you can use it, because it is the best thing that is there in the software. So there are already inbuilt assets where you can apply the logics. Then you have different textures, blocks, color alerts, and so many things. So see, these are the 3D objects that are already there. So all you have to do is have the Sketchfab account, and you will rock it. Then there are a couple of music sounds, patches, assets. Here shaders are there. So if you want to make something like this, there are a logic also shown by the creators who have created this pack. See, if you want to make this like a cartoonish effect, so how you can use it. So all these things, all these are how you are going to use it in your effect. I'm going to show it tomorrow definitely. And there are sea textures here, so you can add noise textures over here. There are a couple of blocks, So you can use the blocks directly to your project. So makeup block is there, then eyelashes blocks are there, and so many blocks are there. Then you have the color alerts. So for example, there are inbuilt some of the color alerts here. So all you can do is just you have to click it. See, it will show you how the effect will look here. So this will give some creamish look, and this will give like a cinematic look, black and white look, honey type, anything, whatever you like. So I'll show you how you can use this too. So all you have to do is you have to just click it and you just have to import it to your project. So once your project gets imported, you will see it over here. See, now quickly I'll show you how you can add it. You have to right click over here, go to actions and apply to camera. So see, can you see this bluish effect that is being added? This is because of the slut. If you want to decrease the intensity, you can definitely go for it. So for me, this looks okay. Cool. So like this, you can add the color, and here is you can see that the logic is being applied. So this is basically our LUT, color LUT, and this is a camera texture. So how you can like how we extracted the camera texture, you just have to drag it to your patch editor. So whatever logic that we are going to add in our filter will be adding over here. Then this is a device, that is this one, and this is a scene render pass. That is how our filter is going to look whenever we are adding the background scene object. And there are a lot of use, and it is, I think, one of my best patch, that is render pass. You can give the delays and so many things are there. Then this is a colorlet shader that we'll see. There is the colorlet, and that's it. So this is one thing that we have learned it today. We'll learn how we are going to add the interactions tomorrow in our day 2. So let's see how we can um, test it on the device. So I'll just quickly go and see. Currently you have no experience type selected. We'll go and add the experience over here, and here you are going to click on add experiences. So as I mentioned in the starting when we were seeing what is Spark here, there are three things: sharing experience, video calling experiences, and ads. So sharing experience means when you're sharing it um on the different platforms like the in Instagram, Facebook, and here there you go with reels, or it could be like in your video calling effects. For example, you have made a multiplayer using a multiplayer capability, where if you tap on your screen, your friend gets something as a pulse, as an output. So these are some of the things that we will see. So I'll just quickly add the sharing experience because we want it to be used on Insta as well as Facebook. So see, it's being added. I'll just make it as done. And now we'll go to test on device and we'll give it a send it over our devices. So I'll just take my phone and I'll show you how it actually looks. So wait until it gets loaded. So see, this is my Instagram and sorry. So see, like this it will look. Can you see this try preview port? I don't know if it is visible, but or maybe it would be mirrored. So it actually looks like this. You can just send it and you can see in your devices. So as you go and click on continue, you can use that effect on your device. So for example, if I click, so this is how it will actually look on your device. And tomorrow we are going to add the interactions to it. So all the interactions, like if you want mouth open, then the camera should appear. If you give a head nod, then camera should, or if someone taps the screen. And how we are going to add the instructions to your effect, like once the effect get loaded, person should have, that you have to open the mouth or you have to do so and so things. So there are a couple of things that we are going to learn it definitely. But tomorrow in a day two workshop, and I'll also show you how you can make the viral effects and how you can have a good impression. So just for a show off, I have 1 billion impressions, 1.1 billion now. So all these effects that you can showcase and show off to your portfolios, and that usually attracts to the brands, and it makes your portfolio like give a stronger impact that people are actually engaging towards your filters. So all these things I'm going to teach you in our day two workshop. So let's meet up tomorrow and see how we are going to learn and add the interactions to it. So hope to see you all tomorrow, same time. And I'm definitely, you guys are going to rock it to your first filter. And yeah, I hope these things are pretty much clear. So go, if you guys have any questions, give a thumbs up. That will be a great for me to answer. And you guys can follow me on Instagram as well. If you guys have any issues or something, you can just ping me. My Insta ID is with the AR filters, so just go and see my cool filters over there. And yeah, that's it for today.
Thank you, Vidhi, for a wonderful session. I hope everyone has learned how to build their AR effects. So
Yes.
keep practicing your AR effects till tomorrow. Tomorrow, Vidhi will be teaching you more elements and how to add some features to your AR effects. So keep practicing till then. And if you have created any AR effects, you can just submit it in the submission form. We'll share the submission form over the email with you all. So till then, see you tomorrow. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you, Iska. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye.